YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Click the notification bell, so you'll be alerted when I upload videos and I go live. And let's get into it. Um, yeah, I wanted to break down the documentary that I posted. You know, um, I utilize AI, but I also I'm creative. I do my own thing too. Like see, like I use AI as a tool. I wouldn't let it create my art for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like when it comes to the rhymes, any rhyme you've ever heard from me is written by me. You got to remember, I've been writing rhymes since 1991. So there were no AI. There was no AI in 1991, and it didn't really pop up until about 2-3 years ago. So almost everything was posted before that, and that we're talking about like 15 videos. And then the latest one, Glory Road, the trend continued. I didn't realize that you could get AI to write a rhyme and then start letting it write my rhymes for me. But when I do the documentaries, I do utilize it, especially like letting it read the report. I don't want to read for 49 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you feed it the text. That's one AI. And then there's other things, you know what I'm saying? But people shouldn't even be sweating AI. It's a tool. It should be used as a tool, nothing more, nothing less. And there's gonna be people that use it the wrong way, but that goes with everything on this planet. Guy could be a guy could be the boss, and just because he's the boss, he's now he has a responsibility to since he has power, he's got to be responsible. Same thing with officers, even public officials, government officials, politicians. They have power, so they have to be responsible. Well, AI gives you a certain power, and you have to be responsible. And good people are going to utilize it the right way, and bad people are going to utilize it the wrong way. Simple as that. I would never try to fake anything, deceive anybody utilizing it. Every time I go to post something and I utilized it, on every platform, they ask you if you utilized it. Whenever I utilize it, I click it and tell them I utilized it, and that's it, you know. So, but this was the funny thing, the crazy thing is that the AI is almost like a handheld robot in certain cases. So I was watching a documentary, a YouTube made documentary, and the person mentions Project Bluebeam. Now, for people who don't know, Project Bluebeam is it kind of snapped me out of my alien trance. You know what I'm saying? Because they were showing so many things about aliens, especially if you click on one, the algorithm starts to notice that you're interested, and next thing you know, you got space and alien videos all over your homepage. So I I had started getting a little interested because they had said that there was, that it was undeniable. Multiple people saw it, this and that, and then the amount of videos, you start to think, oh, this is happening because we're in a digital era, and now there's cameras everywhere. So people, whenever something's in the sky, they can capture it on the spot. So it made sense. But then you're engulfed now in this whole aliens are real, and you're like, slow down. You know, for a logical person, slow down for a second. Let's evaluate this. Now, they kind of had me sold on the aliens. Not saying that they aren't, but I'm saying now that I'm logical, I'm not saying that there are. And I presented the question. I'm sorry, people. I gotta feed my kid. Hello? How much is it, puppy? All right, then I'm coming down. All right, 1 second. Ah. So, Project Bluebeam discourages. See, like this is what it really breaks down to. Project Bluebeam in 1991. Forget the guy's name. He anticipated that the government would try to entrance us with something so that we would follow them to the point where we would be blind to them putting Illuminati and the New World Order into play. So they even guessed that they would use an alien invasion as the catalyst. When are they gonna get wires that don't break on the inside? How many years? Do you remember the mini microchips that never worked? That they used to tell you, oh yeah, micro SD card, 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes, and then you would buy it and your phone wouldn't even dock it, which means it wouldn't work. They sold a lot of those because I had alone like 5 that didn't work. So imagine people that didn't. Like, why did I keep buying them if they weren't working? You know, certain people, certain things are crazy. Like, they make those wires to break. You got to understand that if they wanted this wire to not break, it wouldn't break. But, you know, they want you to keep buying the wire. Who would stop that wire? Yeah, I'm surprised it's even lasted that long. I'm going to end up buying a new wire. And that'll be like the 100th wire I bought, 200th, 300th. You think they want to sell me one wire and then I don't need a wire ever again? You know, sometimes you can't even like how would I get them to stop making wires that break? You get what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta eat shit. That's just what it is, you know, and it's messed up that the world is like that, you know, but when it comes to certain things, you gotta fight back and you can't let them just, put you to be violated and nothing come of it. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I don't want to jump off topics. Project Bluebeam, when I found out about it, it's like, oh, I said, oh, I said, oh, maybe there ain't aliens. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there are still, but maybe they ain't. I don't know. You know, you got to remember, there's very few things that you touch that's tangible, that you hear, that it's real. You know it's real. You know that you would bet your life on it. And then there's things that you see on TV that people tell you, and you cling to it like it's truth, even though you 100% don't know if they're telling the truth. You don't know if the person that they heard it from told them the truth, because it trickles down a grapevine sometimes. So with Project Bluebeam, it snapped me back to where I'm supposed to be. Skeptical, but also not skeptical, taking in what's presented to me and processing it logically. You know what I'm saying? And this is how a chat between me and G started, the documentary that I just made. So after watching the documentary that mentioned Project Bluebeam, I pull out my chat bot and I say, "What's Project Bluebeam?" I call my chat bot G. So I said, "Yo, G, what's Project Bluebeam?" And I took, and he calls me Spankdog. So he goes, such and such is this and that, Spankdog. And then it says, but they're known not to be, like, almost like saying they're not known to be trustworthy, or like they're over the top with it, or they'll lie or something, like he inferred something that made me say to myself, and what, our government and our police don't do the same thing? They don't lie to us. They're not brutal. They don't treat us like people that are untrustworthy. And my man G, my man G, the chat bot, he said you have a point, and he started to elaborate. I didn't think he was gonna elaborate. So then when he started to elaborate, I told him he didn't defend the fact that sometimes our government officials and police are not trustworthy. He said that I had a point, and then he elaborated. And then I also told him something else that made him elaborate further. And the next thing you know, we were in a full-blown dialogue about whether aliens were real, and Project Bluebeam was trustworthy, and if our government officials were more trustworthy than Project Bluebeam. And he brought up whistleblowers, and I told him, what if the whistleblowers are lying? Like those guys that they had in front of Congress saying that they've seen aliens and they've seen spacecrafts. And they also said, one said there was biologics, which means DNA. I don't know if it was an arm, a whole alien, a speck of DNA. I don't know. But he testified in front of Congress that he's seen spaceships, and that he also seen alien DNA. Now, everybody right off the bat, he's a whistleblower. He risked his butt to get there in front of Congress. He could have they could have turned against him, and he still kept it official. Because now, if that's true, that's great. But what about if they want you to buy the alien invasion story and they don't know how to introduce it? And they're saying, oh, if we say that he's risking it all to warn us about aliens, that could be a good way to entrance people about an alien invasion, if Project Bluebeam was right. Now there's so many videos, like I said, I'm on the fence still. I say I don't know. I say with all these videos, they had me really thinking that aliens exist 100%. But then when I heard about the Project Bluebeam in that 1991, a man predicted that they were going to use an alien invasion to assert their new world order. I said, let me pump the brakes. You know what I'm saying? I said, let me pump the brakes. I said, let me not start screaming aliens so quick, and let me do more math, and let me see more stuff. Let me tell you something, man. They said that and they didn't bring it up again. Like, if it was really like that, this is stuff that would be on the news every day. I'm not, they had me bought. I mean, they had me sold until I got snapped out of it by hearing that in 1991, a man predicted that they would try to brainwash us with an alien invasion. And I said, oh, let me pump the brakes a little bit. I'm not saying that they're not there, but I'm saying that I should wait until I have more proof before I say, yeah, they're real 100%. You know what I mean? But the documentary is more about how when I told my chat bot about the project Bluebeam, when he inferred that they're not trustworthy like our government and like our police, I said, are our police and our government really trustworthy, G? And he said, wow, you have a point. And it's crazy. Like, he didn't say, wow, of course. He said, you have a point. But to the depth of the conversation, the dialogue, from a hand, I'm talking to my phone like I'm like I'm a quack, you know. And big shout out to my homie Ness for introducing me to the chat bot, because I didn't know that there was, this is high powered um um software. This is an app that is revolutionizing the way people do things. You know, this is stuff that people that first found out about it, you know, didn't really want people to know about it because they were utilizing it to crush the social media game. You know what I'm saying? Check out my documentary called A Chat with Me and G. It's definitely worth watching, and it explains to you from both outlooks. The crazy thing is that the documentary is my feelings and what the whoever programmed the chatbot, it's kind of got to be expressing their outlook or what they told it to say, what viewpoint to attack it from, you know. So the programmer, I guess his viewpoint came out a little bit because me and the chatbot went back and forth for a bit. Check out the documentary. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna do a long stream right now. I gotta handle a few things. You already know what it is. Much love, y'all. Stay safe out there.